Okay guys, biggest tea time per usual. Every single time I have a very intuitive dream, I'm gonna share it. All right, so get a load of this. This is like crazy to me because I've never dreamt about these specific, well, I've dreamt about one of them, but the first person I definitely never have, and it was such a vivid dream. Get a load of this. Okay, so I'm in my house and downstairs in one of my living rooms, Hillary Clinton is sitting on she's sitting on like this chair and she's in a yoga pose. Okay, so her legs are crossed and she's like literally like facing forward and in this pose, right? And the first thing I thought was, what the fuck is Hillary Clinton doing in my house? Okay, because she's evil, we know that, very demonic, right? So I was like, what is she doing here? We all know like this bitch is evil as fuck. Like, do not be in my house, right? So my mom is with me and I'm trying to make her turn around to see her. I was like, Hillary Clinton is right there. Please look, but not because it's her, but because she's evil. I don't want her in my house. And I was like, she's evil. She should not be here. And as soon as I said that in the dream, she looked at me like, I can't even explain it. So she was facing this way. Me looking at her, it was like from the side profile, okay? So she was facing forward. When I said that, she turned to me like she turned to me to look straight at me and like this, almost as though she was in shock that I actually said that out loud, that she's evil. Because the first thing I thought was that she was putting up a facade. She was putting up a facade of her being spiritual and a good person. I don't know. I'm not saying that doing yoga makes you a good person, but it makes you come off as spiritual, which spiritual people are calmer. They usually they have better intentions and things like that. The first thing I thought was, this is a facade. And when I called her out on it and I told my mom, she looked at me angrily. And I remember I was like, look. And then as soon as I looked back to look at this woman, Hillary, she was gone. Like a spirit, vanished like a spirit. And I just knew in the dream, I was like, this either is a demon pretending to be her, or it's representing her horrible energy. And just the fact that being called out like this makes her disappear. You know what I mean? Like, it makes her evade a situation. So then I was like, Mom, look, she's gone. And my mom turned around, she's like, oh my God. Then she was like responding, she's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, this is crazy. And I was like, she literally vanished. Like, she literally vanished like a demon. Like, that's exactly how it is whenever I would deal with demons, either in my dreams, either in real life, whatever, in public, whatever. Anytime that I would deal with a demon, they vanish, okay? They vanish like this, and that's exactly how she disappeared. It was like the most jarring thing ever. And then after that, I went to a different place, and before I entered this good vibe, I'll tell you, hold on. So continuing on what I was saying about the good vibe, I was going to enter this building that had like very good energy with very good people inside. And before I walked in, I was like, let me rebuke this negative energy that I feel from what I saw earlier. Because in the dream, it was like a continuation. It was like, I saw this demon / Hillary or whatever in my house. Let me rebuke it. So I was like, in the name of Jesus Christ, please protect us, keep that energy away from us. And I could feel it like dissipate, right? Okay, so that was the end of that dream. That was 2 nights ago. All right, so when I woke up, I was like completely shocked because I was like, I've never dreamed about this woman. What the fudge? Whatever. I go online and I literally saw a screenshot of her and DT, Donald Trump, from the 2016 election. And I was super shocked because I was like, I can't believe I'm seeing this right now after I had this crazy dream. All right. So then last night, I had a dream about DT. Wow. Who would have thought? Like, literally, listen. Okay, so in this dream, it was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. For reference, I live in Florida. I don't live near Mar-a-Lago, I don't think. Actually, I do kind of. Whatever. I've never been there, okay? So in the dream, DT is hosting this whole big event to talk to people, to children in schools, okay? He required that all these students and like classes and schools come together to meet up at this Mar-a-Lago. It looked like a rec center, a big mansion rec center or something like that, to just go meet up there so that he can talk to all of them and spread his legacy and talk about good things and just to clean up his image. That was basically it. So in the dream, I was like, this is ridiculous. He's literally only doing this to clean up his image before he dies. That was what I thought, okay? I haven't thought about him or about his death or anything obviously coming up. I knew intuitively after that when I woke up, I was like, oh, he's gonna die soon. But in the dream, it was like he was literally forcing everyone to come up to Mar-a-Lago to listen to this piece of shit yap about what? About the fake things that he wants people to think are true. So basically the entire dream I was so busy that I couldn't make the event. Like that was basically the point of the dream, okay? So I was so busy going to this art store trying to find these 3 colored paints. One of them was mustard yellow, one of them was yellow, and the third one was burgundy. And I, for the life of me in this dream, could not find burgundy and the mustard yellow, okay? I looked up what these 2 colors mean spiritually in dreams, and for the mustard yellow, I saw that it was like jealousy and deception, and what it represents is that someone has it not out for you, but that they don't have good intentions. And then the burgundy, let me check because I don't remember. All right, so the burgundy here says it may show that you're going through an emotional spiritual transformation, represents buried feelings are surfacing and things like this. So honestly, I feel like to me what it represents is that, I don't know, to me it represents like a tainting of the color red, which red is like a powerful color. I just feel like it could definitely represent just like this tainting color over the delusional perspective that he probably had about his life. And I keep talking past tense because I genuinely feel like he's going to pass very soon. But yeah, so that was one. And then again, so with the mustard yellow, I saw that it represents that someone's intentions may not be so golden after all. That's what it says, okay? Obviously, we all know, hello, his intentions are not good at all. But in the dream, I was so busy looking for these colors and I could not find them in this paint store. Keep in mind, in this store, it was all people of color. That was it. They were all people of color. And I remember I was walking by, there were like glass windows or glass windows, so you can see the rec center, and it was like bright and it had a bunch of people in it. Like it looked like there was an event going on, and this guy next to me like tisked. He was like what a facade basically. And I was like, yeah, you don't say. You know, like we all agreed with each other. And I remember it was an Asian man and a black lady who owned the store, and they were both really nice and just like things like that. There were a lot of people of color around, and I felt like a lot safer in there. And I was like, I'm not trying to go to this event, but I was so busy doing what I was doing. I kept looking at my phone and the time kept jumping, which happens in dreams a lot. If you look at times in dreams, it jumps a lot. So it went from like 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., 7, and then 10 p.m. And I was like, 10 p.m.? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss it. Thank God. I remember I was like, thank God, I'm not trying to go. So yeah, so 10 p.m. came, and then I was gonna check out, and guess what? In the dream, because the store was finally closing, the lines were ridiculously long. Like in the dream, there were like crowds of people in line, and I was like, okay, it looks like I'm not gonna make it, which to me, I was attempting to make it because it was a requirement. It was like I had to be there. My sister was there, she was texting me and she was like, I wanna leave, where are you? Like things like that, right? Like trying to evade the situation, obviously. But yeah, that was like the whole thing. And when I woke up, I was like, whoa, he's trying to clean up his legacy. He's trying to clean up whatever image he has. He doesn't want people to remember him as the piece of shit that he is, which is why in the dream he was trying to talk through to the kids, like trying to manipulate them to see it differently, and you know, trying to be nice, like, let me clean up my image one last time. It's not working, okay? So that's the tea. And the first dream was obviously about Hillary, that you know, it's all fake. Like politicians, they're fucking evil. And on top of that, it's like facades that they put up of trying to look good. I mean, the Clinton Foundation, they traffic children. They're supposed to save children. They traffic kids. I mean, hello. You have to pay attention to what's really being shown to you. My dreams never, ever, ever lie. They're extremely spiritual. I'm a 12th house Neptune, so hello. You guys gotta listen, tap in, and pay attention to everything that you feel and think about these things. They're most likely true, especially if you feel like it's something that you really feel. Dreams never lie. God bless all of y'all. Please take this what you will. Take what you will from this, please. God bless you. Love you.